Thank you, and it's been a brilliant evening with a lot of understanding and knowledge. And I think I'd like to first start off by saying what a brilliant presentation that was, and the similarities between the Rohingyas and Srebrenica. And it's just, when you look at it, you've seen it happen in so many places. It's important that today we stand up and we do something about this. So, good evening, and peace be upon you all. Honourable Chair and delegates, it is indeed a great pleasure today to hear you all speak and have an opportunity to speak to you in a meeting organised to commemorate the atrocities of Srebrenica. As a member of the persecuted stateless Rohingya ethnic minority, Srebrenica is a source of hope and humanity for us. We saw vicious ethnic cleansing in the Balkan states in the name of nationalism. We witnessed death, mass graves, and concentration camps in Srebrenica. But then we witnessed combined action by the world community that brought us together here. And thus, this is why it gives us hope in humanity. We know that out there, someday justice will prevail, and with the help of everyone in this room and everyone here, we shall march forward to ensure that this justice is delivered. Then we ask, what about us? As representatives of the British Rohingya community, we addressed your main conference in 2018. We were overwhelmed by the humanity and empathy shown by the delegates and all the teachers for the persecuted Rohingya minority. As a child, I was really scared of my teachers, mainly in my childhood days. The teachers were allowed to hit the children. They were very strict. But now in the UK, we found hundreds of teachers who are almost the most wonderful people we have come across. I feel like doing my primary years all over again.
Become a teacher?
Hopefully. Since last year's conference, we attended meetings in over 40 branches. We have received support from each of those branches, and we have received both financial help, mainly from the NEU, and also from some of the other branches. As part of the British Rohingya community, I can tell you that without your help, our campaign would not have survived. You have helped us not only to run the only Rohingya campaign office in Europe, but also Northern America. You have given us a chance for our voice to be known, and we have been campaigning tirelessly ever since. Representatives of the BRC just came back from Bangladesh a few weeks ago. The situation on the ground has stabilized to some extent, but refugees are still trickling in, and refugees are still living an uncertain life of destitution and hopelessness. The Bangladeshi government, the local NGOs, the international NGOs are working to make life better for the refugees, but the task is still so vast. All their efforts seem inadequate. The solution to the Rohingya refugee crisis lies in a political settlement in Myanmar by which the Rohingya will go back to their homes in safety and security as citizens of Myanmar. We believe that a fact-finding visit by a delegation from the NEU will give you the first-hand information for making a concerted and longer-lasting intervention to help the Rohingyas. We have no doubt about your willingness and commitment to the cause of the persecuted Rohingyas, but you need to know what will actually work and on the ground and how you are able to deliver these messages in a cost-effective way. This can only be done through a visit to the refugee camps. There are areas in education, vocational training, distance learning, enterprise development, formation of SMEs, and cooperatives where the NEU can assist. We want Rohingyas to be an asset for Myanmar, not a liability to them when we go back. This can only be achieved through education and training. Currently, over 300,000 Rohingya refugees, young teenagers, young students have gone uneducated. There's a generation of Rohingyas being forgotten, and they are living in a constant cycle of poverty. And without education, I believe they will not escape this poverty. I believe that they can never go back safely back to their home country. And thus, we must ensure that this is achieved. We still live in hope that the world community will be able to influence the Myanmar government and military to change their racist and fascist intolerance and accept our rightful place in Myanmar. We will continue to campaign for that, and we hope that you will all support us like you have been doing so far. And as represent the BRC here know that without the NEU we will not be where we are. So thank you for giving us a platform, because we have achieved so much with the help of you all, and we hope that we can achieve more. The international community, as the international community, the Rohingyas are looking up to us. The Rohingyas are looking at everyone in this room for help, and I hope you ensure that. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for giving me this opportunity to speak. And our General Secretary today here is on the panel, so if anyone has any questions or if they want to discuss any issues, he'll be taking questions and answers. Thank you again.
I'd like to invite any questions. It could be about Srebrenica or particularly about the British Rohingya community now. Open the floor up. We're right on time, so I'm very pleased with that. And any questions anyone would like to open with?